It is the last thing anybody wants to do is waste money, which leads to the temptation to hang on to food a little longer than it's safe. But how can you tell if your food's gone bad?
That's pretty strong.
Rotten fish, meat gone bad.
Ew.
It smells gross, and it could make you really, really sick.
What will happen if we eat this? You will get violently ill.
Grace Choi is a chef instructor at New York University's Department of Food Studies. She gave us tips on how to tell when your food goes bad. Tip 1 is pretty basic. You should keep fish, meat, and chicken in your refrigerator no longer than 2 days. This steak is 4 days old.
We have a clear comparison with fresh meat over there. You can see the discoloration, you can see the graying. If you eat this, you can get seriously bad food poisoning.
She says cold cuts should be used within 5 days.
What's the test for cold cuts? Can you see anything if they're bad? Will they smell? Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell because they sort of have that glisten, and then when you touch it, it's very slimy.
And here's something everyone can do. The key to keeping foods fresh is to seal it in an airtight container. Grace puts fruit and vegetables in Ziploc bags and then actually sucks all the air out. Leftover takeout should also be transferred to an airtight container and eaten within 3 days.
This could be my baseball bat, hard as a rock.
Bread is best kept frozen, but never refrigerated.
If you know that you want to keep your bread for a long time, go ahead and freeze it. It'll last 2 months. It captures the moisture in, and then you can take out slice by slice if you want to toast it.
And here's a tip you might not know. Grace says store cottage cheese or sour cream upside down in your refrigerator. That creates a vacuum that prevents the growth of bacteria. And here's a simple way to tell if eggs are still fresh.
On the large end, there's a small air pocket. So when moisture is evaporated as the egg ages, that air pocket gets bigger and bigger. So if you're concerned about your eggs, use the water test. Put water into a bowl, put the egg on the bottom. If it's fresh, it'll sit right on the bottom. If it's bad, it floats.
This milk says October the 16th. Do you need to throw it out the very next day?
Actually, no, because that's the pull date. That means that the grocer has to pull it from the shelves if it hasn't sold by that time. But then you have a grace period. You have 5 to 7 days after the sell-by date.
That's right. She says milk will still be good up to 5 days after the date on the container. And organic milk lasts even longer. But when in doubt, follow your nose.
If it starts smelling even a little sour or a little bad, a little rancid, throw it out. Trust your senses.
Ew.